Hey guys, how are you? How's it going? Did you guys go see your Christmas concerts, your kids' Christmas concerts yet? I wonder if you have them early or late. We have two concerts tomorrow. For twins, we have in the morning. They're 6, and we're going in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we have our big boys, grade 4 and grade 6. So that will be fun, and we're going to sneak in. So I'm taking a day off, and my husband as well. So in the middle, in between the concerts, we're going to sneak in a little game of tennis and lunch. And then we're going to go back to school to watch the concerts. And I'm also excited. I'm going to see Kevin Hart, the comedian, tomorrow night. He's coming to Calgary, and my girlfriend and I are going to go see him. So that's exciting. And also, I'm going to share with you a little thought perspective on how not to be overwhelmed, especially now in December, all the things we all have to do. I just coached a client today on this, and she came to me saying that there's so many things going on this month. She says, I have to do so many things this month. So with that thought, you will create a lot of overwhelm and anxiety. Yeah, when you think like that, when you think about all the things at once. Especially when your brain wants to keep in mind all the activities and appointments and social things that you have to do in a whole month, that will create for you overwhelm. Unless you are feeling excited about it, or you're feeling kind of powerful or capable, then obviously you're going to feel good. But overall, when our mind is anxious and overwhelmed, we can usually trace it back to something like this, something where your mind is trying to think of so many things to do at once. And when your mind does that, if that's you, if you're overwhelmed and you're thinking I have to do so many things, here's what I told my client, and here is what I'm going to share with you. This is how I also cured my own overwhelm. You have to tell your mind, hey, I'm not going to do these things all at once. I'm going to do them one at a time, and I'm going to focus on one thing at a time. And so that's exactly what I do whenever my mind wants to kind of go crazy and start listing all the things I have to do. I sit down, I write a list of things that I'm going to do today. I might make another list of things that I have to do in general, but I put it aside, and then I simply focus on the list of things I have to do today. And I make sure I make it doable, I make it achievable, and I always put into my to-do list, I put in rest. Okay? I highly recommend for you to do it as well, because then when you take, let's say, 15 minutes for yourself, or an hour, or you take a nap, or you after work, you take an hour to do something for you, then you are actually doing something that you decided to do, that you're doing something on purpose, and you can cross it off. You are not going to feel guilty about taking a break. You're going to rest. It's very important, right? So put it up there along with all the things that you do. And sometimes I even go back in the middle of the day or later in the day, and when I cross things off my list, I actually add a couple of other things that I have done. I add them to my list, and I've done them, right? And I cross them off. And that actually shows to myself, to my brain, that I have done something. It gives me a sense of accomplishment. And it kind of teaches my brain that what I do with my time matters. Whether it's rest or an errand, it is important what I've done, right? And instead of just dismissing it, oh yeah, I just always do that. I really like to put all the things on the list, and then that kind of makes them all equally important. Resting, errands, work, kids, sleep, lunch. I put lunch on there, put breakfast on there, all that stuff. So back to overwhelm. If you're feeling overwhelmed and thinking I have to do a lot of things, simply just remind your brain, you can never do all the things at once. And in fact, you're not going to do that. All the commitments that you have will be at different times. So tell your brain, I'm going to do these things one at a time. So I'm going to also think about these things one at a time. And then do that. Make a list and then go on focus. Say, I'm going to do this one thing, and that's the only thing I'm going to think about. Because remember, your thoughts create your feelings, okay? Not the things that you're doing, okay? The amount of things that you have to do this month is not creating your feeling of overwhelm. In fact, last month, you also did a lot of things, right? And maybe because it was not December, maybe because it was November, let's say you did not feel overwhelmed, then why was that? You still did a lot of things. You did all the things that you had to do, and, a lot, right? In a month, we can fit in a lot of things. So what was your thought then? And that's what I kind of told my client is, what was the thought last month when you didn't feel overwhelmed? And her thought was, oh, it's manageable, or it's not a big deal, right? So that was her thought. So pay attention to your thoughts and don't think that, oh, if I only didn't have to do all these things, then I would feel better. No. All the things that you have to do are completely not in charge of how you feel. They are simply there, and what you think about them will tell you how you feel. You can think, oh, I love being busy, right? That's one option. You can think, I can do this. You can think, I can't wait to get this done. That's another option. You can think, this will be fun. That's another option. You can think, I've done this before. Yeah, that's another option. You can think one thing at a time. You can also think, this is another option for you, is you can think, this is a lot of things and I can handle it. Yeah, notice what I did there? You're keeping the thought that you have, that it's a lot of things, but you're also adding another feeling to it, a feeling of being capable of handling it. Yeah? It's important. So pay attention to how you're thinking about your things that you have to do. So if you need any help with managing how you're feeling about this Christmas season, or all the things you have to do in a busy time, or just in general in life, if you're feeling overwhelmed that you have to do a lot of things, then I can definitely help you, and we can sort these things out, all your thoughts out about it, without changing any of your life, for you to feel better. That's the best tool I have for you to give you, is you don't have to change your life to feel better. You can simply feel better without changing anything, by simply changing your thoughts about it. This is so exciting, yeah? And then you might want to change some things in your life, but it will be coming from a place of kind of fun and not overwhelm. It will just be coming from a feeling of, I want to make things better, right? I would like to do this, or something like that, yeah? So if you need any help, you can always find me on my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. And if you are loving these episodes, please give me a review on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast app you're using. I would really appreciate it, and because it would help other people find this podcast and get them some of these good ideas. Yeah, if you like them, then maybe someone you know might also like them. So please give me a review. The reviews go a long way. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Well, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.